Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is that hour of the night. Hide your kids, hide your wives, man. Last time some of you did make some mistakes of not hiding your wives, and you know the result was shocking and baffling indeed. In part 1, we had a ton of UFO sightings, and we indeed had somebody that actually recorded this video of an alleged UFO crash as well. This is part 2, however. Yay! Like this video if you like and subscribe if you're brand new. You can watch this first, part 1 first. It's up to you, but I will link you part 1 towards the end. Roll it.
For the past few months, a bizarre event took place in the US. Several people began reporting strange encounters while shopping at their usual grocery stores or malls. Some of these encounters are quite chilling and very difficult to explain.
Their eyes like turned really black, and then their face kind of got distorted.
But they all have something in common, and that would be
if the face and the eyes turn black, you don't look back, you just run, okay? And never look back.
the fact that in most of them, people are reporting seeing humanoid beings that, according to them, are not human at all.
His ears were kind of weird, and they had like this little point. I don't know what that was.
Creepy, isn't it? But here's where things take a really dark turn. I went deeper into this topic in search of video evidence of supposed humanoid beings that may actually be walking amongst us, and what I came across is quite chilling.
Uh-oh.
But before we go on and I show you any video evidence, let's first take a look at how this all started, with Chip Trachenfels posting this video a couple of weeks after the eclipse. Check this out.
Experienced something that I've never experienced in my life before. So, as I do every week, twice a week, I make deliveries to the same guy. I've been doing it for 7 months. And it's the same guy every time I walk in. He's got a big garage with like a couple trucks in it. I walk in, I hand him his parts, we talk for a minute, I walk away. I go on my business. Today, I walked in, and he had his back to me, and he was working on his bench, and he must have heard me coming. I don't know, because I was actually pretty quiet, I thought, but when he turned around, I jumped and kind of grabbed my mouth like that because I didn't know what to think.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
And he laughed a little bit, and he called me jumpy. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm just not feeling very good. And I handed him his part, and I was like, hey, I gotta go. The reason I reacted that way is because when I looked at him, he was different. He didn't look like the same guy I saw every other time.
Shapeshifter?
He had no color in his eyes. They were completely black. Like you couldn't even see reflections. It was just a black mass.
Like no whites in the eyes, nothing? Or just like whites in the eye with like the black pupil completely, I suppose like complete black eye. Oh, damn, bro. Nah, bro, you run. You need to run and don't look back, bro.
And for some reason, his ears were kind of weird, and they had like this little point like that.
Okay.
I don't know what that was.
Chip goes on to explain several of his theories on what happened, but he's so curious and freaked out at the same time that the next week he goes back to the same place, and this is what happens.
Humans, man. What else can I say? Humans. You're like, okay. Humans do that all the time.
A massive update about the guy I saw with black eyes. I went into work this morning. My boss told me because Monday is a holiday, he's like, why don't you go ahead and do your Monday route today? That way we don't have to worry about it. Awesome. So I get in my van, I'm making deliveries.
Yeah.
I had to stop at that guy's company. I didn't see him in the window. I dropped the part like normal. I got like maybe a mile down the road. I just pulled over because everything in my stomach, in my gut, my heart was like, you know what, maybe you should have done this before, but let's Google his name.
No.
And
nothing
I Googled
came up?
his name. I have more questions now than I did before. Because the first thing that popped up was his face, and underneath it, it said obituary, that he died in October of 23.
By now, Chip is completely freaked out. The man that he had encountered the previous week wasn't alive. So who was it that he had delivered the product to? Creepy, isn't it?
Yeah,
After being posted,
too.
several
It's strange also, bro.
people left comments stating that Chip has some sort of gift and that he had encountered a spiritual entity, possibly a jinn or even a demon. But what's even creepier is the fact that there were dozens of comments of people sharing similar experiences, and this is what led me to research the topic.
I've also seen it twice, and just recently eyes as black as pit. Okay, I didn't know what to think either. 2 fully black eyes, no whites. Okay, so full black eyes. Okay, so no whites, no smile, just staring. I stared back for a good 10 seconds. All the hair stood up. I quickly went into a public restroom and panicked, knowing nobody would believe me. Damn, and that's Lexi saying this. I believe Lexi when I see her, bro. I believe Lexi. I believe Lexi on this one.
A bit deeper.
I just got off for work. I went to go pick up a few items, y'all. I go to...
Oh, this is the Miami Mall situation, right? Like, I remember this chick, or boy or girl, I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to assume genders on this channel, but...
The bread aisle. Now, the bread aisle is super long.
I came across several other videos of people sharing similar experiences. This one, for instance, was uploaded by I Love to Giggle too, an internet profile focused on comedy videos, but then there's this one video where she has this bizarre encounter. Check this out.
I'm at one end of the bread aisle. There's a guy that's about 3/4 of the way down in the bread aisle. He got a cart, I got a cart. He's looking at me. And you know how you can see out your peripheral that somebody's staring at you. He ain't just looking, but he's staring at me. I kind of look his way. He's still staring. I go ahead and I get my bread. I go back around the other way. While I'm in the international aisle at one end, this guy comes around and he's at the top of the same aisle. I see him still looking at me. So he's staring at me still. So I kind of look at him and I go like, how you give somebody that type look? He's still staring. Mind you, this man don't have nothing in his cart. He's
okay, maybe this is not like the same chick from Miami Malls or same man from Miami Malls. Listen, I'm having a hard time with genders, but like, yeah, okay, different person, let's just say. Probably is different story or different person.
He's not even turned to look at any food. He's looking directly at me. Y'all, when I tell you, this man stared at me and his eyes turned black. Everything in his whole eyeball, not just the pupil, but the white part, turned completely black. He looked, it said black, and then he walked away. When I tell you I left that cart sitting in that...
Strange, isn't it? But it doesn't stop there.
It never stops there. Now, a shapeshifter, lizard person, no, probably not a lizard person. Lizard person eyes would turn like a lizard, right? Shapeshifter is probably a shapeshifter. Do not look behind you while watching these videos, guys. And also, hide your kids, hide your wives. Welcome on in if you're brand new. Subscribe if you're new. Like the video if you're enjoying it. But
in a video posted by the Patricia Pearls, she shares a similar experience. Check this out.
The egg aisle, and then I turn around and I see I like seen somebody like kind of looking at me, and I was like at first I thought like maybe they like noticed who I was or something. Maybe they were like watching my YouTube channel or something, or my TikTok, and I was like, oh, like hi, like, you know, but no. I thought it was like a fan. No, it wasn't. I look over and like their eyes and their face, their eyes like turned really black, and then their face kind of got kind of distorted. I literally screamed and yelped. Y'all, when I say I ran so fast...
The more I searched for the topic, the more...
You think there's truth to this, or you think the only truth to this is drugs? I want to know like what you guys think on this one for sure.
More videos I found. So I started searching for video evidence of the possible existence of these humanoid beings.
Damn.
And this is when I came across a video posted by Mariana Ramos. Now, Mariana was with her family at a church in Mexico and they were recording an event. At the time, they didn't notice anything strange. It was after they uploaded the video to the internet that several people started noticing the presence of a strange human in
this
the
one,
crowd.
I remember seeing
Nos
that,
mandó el video de la posada del templo, pero notamos algo raro.
He tried to blend in, man. Brad tried to blend in.
Whatever it is, the Mariana's family...
Yeah, it's either like the entire black eyes, or maybe that's the same thing, the same kind of like being they were talking about with the full black eyes, or it looks like a skull, right? Like from this angle specifically.
Captured on camera that day, it left the entire internet creeped out.
Okay, no, creeped
Now,
out,
because
okay.
the video is quite short and there's very little information on it, it becomes quite difficult to affirm if this is a ghost, a spiritual entity, an alien, or maybe just a person wearing a mask. But there's something quite odd about this video, and I'm not exactly sure what. In this next video, a person captures something chilling while watching live television.
Uh-oh.
Watch his eyes. Definitely not normal. There were a few of him there like this.
Damn, look at the
Look at
jawline.
his eyes. That is not normal. Not normal.
While watching a live parade, a person notices odd behavior coming from one of the security guards, and this is when he starts paying attention and notices something odd about his eyes. Whatever it is that's going on here, it seems as if this person's eyes seem to be shape-shifting somehow, and most internet users seem to agree. While
He's morphing right in front of us. I've seen some crazy shots, but never anything like that creature. They're among us! Yo, are these like the actual aliens? Because there are Harvard studies that say that they are walking among us. Of course, if you want to believe that, you can. If you don't want to believe that, you can surely not believe that. It's up to you. But that's like one of the Harvard study that came out. And before this Harvard study, of course, we had tons of conspiracies, tons of whistleblowers saying that, yeah, they are walking among us. There are different types of like alien creatures. Some of them actually look like us, and it's very hard to distinguish and say like if it's human or alien. So whistleblowers have said that for years and years, decades in fact, and recently the study came out. Yeah, if you want to believe that, you can. If you don't want to believe it, you can not believe it if you want. But this thing that we're seeing, maybe that's what they were talking about. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm baffled, just like you guys are.
While searching the internet, I came across more videos like this one, and in some cases it's very clear to me that these are just camera glitches or illusions, but in other cases it looks as if it could be the real deal. But there's one particular video that leaves no doubt.
Francamente me asusté porque digo, nunca se ha visto eso en la casa y por qué.
On September 2014, a family in Ecuador captured a very strange video. A video so chilling that it aired on several different stations all over Ecuador. In the video, a boy is seen recording a family moment, and everything seems to be as it should. The boy first aimed the camera at his father's tattoos, then checked to see if the camera was still recording. When he aims the camera at the kitchen door, he captures what looks like a humanoid being of some sort staring at them.
Empezó a grabar lo que hacía su padre. Primero, su tatuaje en la espalda. Luego el pequeño captó su rostro, giró el teléfono y lo dejó. Al final del registro aparece una rara criatura. No se dieron cuenta de nada. Todo lo descubrieron cuando...
Wait, hey, whoa.
Aparece una rara criatura. No se dieron cuenta de nada. Todo lo descubrieron cuando...
Did you see that? What looks like some sort of alien-like being can be seen staring at them from the kitchen door. Whatever this thing is, most internet users seem to agree that this has to be one of the creepiest humanoid creatures ever caught on camera.
Yeah, but why is the video quality this bad, man? Now, it's clear that there is somebody, right? And the face is of an alien-looking creature.
Some believe that this is actually some sort of shape-shifter. Others state that this is possibly an interdimensional being, and that for some mysterious reason old phones can pick them up. Whatever this thing is, it seems to be casting a shadow on the wall, so it's not a ghost nor a spirit. But it doesn't look like a regular human being. Its eyes are too big, and its skin is too pale, and seems to have some sort of striped pattern on it. Whatever
it can also be an old person, right? Because I'm getting that vibe that it's a super old person. No disrespect though, I'm assuming like yeah, 70, 80, perhaps a 90-year-old. That's I'm getting some of those kind of characteristics from this being, creature, human, perhaps. You know what I mean?
This thing is, it left the family and the entire internet completely creeped out.
Okay, creeped out. Man, okay, I think he has seen some of our videos. He's not saying baffled. This is his favorite word. You need to wake up, James. You need to say baffled, bro. Like I've been anticipating, but it's not coming up yet.
Could it be that this family captured one of the best evidence of the existence of alien-like humanoid beings living amongst us?
He's playing.
And why are so many people sharing similar stories of encounters with beings like this one in the US? What's your take?
Yeah. Why the US? Why can't it happen somewhere else too, bro?
Now just imagine the following situation. It's a beautiful sunny day and you're going for a boat trip with your family. Everything seems to be perfect. The water is crystal clear, the birds are chirping, and the people around you are having a good time. This is until you spot what looks like a massive creature surfacing from the water. This is when you get your camera and you zoom in and you find out that whatever this thing is, it's too big to be any known animal. Now in complete disbelief, you get your camera and you record this massive creature just to make sure that you're not seeing things. Sounds like something coming out of a sci-fi movie, doesn't it? But this actually happened just a couple of weeks ago with a TikTok account by the name of Nature Lover and OV3. According to Nature Lover, she was doing the Canadian Railway journey in Vancouver when all of a sudden she spotted this. Check this out.
Well, Nature Lover ended up seeing something nature-wise, I guess. In the nature, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
In this first video that she recorded, we can see what looks like a massive creature swimming upstream. And even though the footage is crystal clear, we can't exactly make out what it is. But in a second video, we can see it a bit better. Check this out.
It's as though like it's sucking up some water to push itself forward, right? A little bit.
Whatever this thing is, it's massive, and after posting the video to the internet, there were several people leaving comments stating that this could actually be the Ogopogo, a mythical creature that inhabits lakes and canals.
Loch Ness Monster's cousin. Ah, the internet. Loch Ness Monster is supposed to be in Ireland, right? Nessie. Do you mean Messi? Arturo. Yeah, his name actually reminded me of Money Heist. You know the Arturo in Money Heist? If those of you who, if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Canada. Ogo, a mythical creature that inhabits lakes in Canada.
Ogopogo?
Other internet users disagree. They think that this is just a boulder, and that because her boat is going on the opposite direction of the stream, it creates the illusion that it's moving. But I'm not exactly sure if I agree with that, and let me explain why.
Disagreement!
If we pay close attention to the first video, it seems as if this object is still submerged. And then, in the second video, we can see it slowly emerging from the water. So whatever this thing is, it's not a boulder. Some internet users suggest that this could be a submarine, but still, I'm not too sure about that. Not only that, Canada is full of strange stories of the Ogopogo, a mythical creature that looks like the Loch Ness Monster or a giant snake. Now,
the first time when I heard about this Loch Ness Monster, this Ogopogo thing, was back when Scooby-Doo Loch Ness Monster came out. Man, that was my very first, I guess, encounter with that thing, you know what I'm saying? Needless to say, we got a mystery at our hands.
Even though there are countless sightings of this supposed creature, there's still very little evidence of its existence. So could it be that Nature Lover actually captured the Ogopogo on camera, or is it something else entirely?
I guess it's safe to say whether it was an Ogopogo or not, Nature Lover indeed saw something in the nature.
But when it comes to encounters with the unexplained, it doesn't stop there.
It never does stop there.
In a video originally posted on the Brakeman channel on YouTube, we can see a bunch of dogs barking at what appears to be some other animal on the other side of the fence. At a specific moment, this thing seems to jump at the dogs, and luckily for them, there was a fence holding it back. But this is where things get strange. If we take a closer look...
That's like the internet comment section, right? So, yeah, this is the wall that's holding them back. It's like, there's a meme, right? You've probably seen two dogs are barking, there's a gate in between them. When you open the gate, the dog stops barking. That's like real life. You're becoming face to face with the person, okay? So you're not gonna talk trash. But when you put a wall in front of them, they're gonna talk trash, and that's like a symbol of you being on the internet. There's a wall, nobody's gonna be able to do anything, so you can talk trash, right? So that's kind of like what's going on. If there was no wall, the dogs would run away, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Look, it's as if whatever this thing is invisible. The dogs can see it, but the camera doesn't pick it up. After being posted, the video amassed millions of views and thousands of comments, and most internet users seem to agree that this could be a cloaked entity, or an entity mostly known as the Glimmerman.
Yeah, they go back.
Now, the
like
Glimmerman
crazy.
is usually described as a human-like figure that can become nearly invisible by blending into its surroundings. Many personal testimonies describe the Glimmerman as a tall, human-like figure that appears almost translucent or shimmering. These sightings often occur in wooded areas, suburban environments, or near military installations.
Yo,
Could
that's
it be
crazy.
that the CCTV
What the hell happened? What the hell happened?
sightings often occur in wooded areas, suburban environments, or near military installations?
Oh,
Could it
Yeah,
be
he got
that the
kicked.
CCTV camera captured evidence of the existence of a Glimmerman, or is it something else entirely?
he got kicked.
But when it comes to really strange encounters, there's more. The following video was recorded in the small town of Posadas in the province of Misiones, Argentina. Now, Posadas has a population of around 300,000 people and is located on the banks of the Paraná River and very close to the Iguazu Falls. In other words, it's a beautiful place surrounded by nature and historical attractions, but it's also believed to be haunted by ancient spirits and creatures that roam the area. Stories and legends of hidden treasures, ancient spirits, and mystical creatures are usually told by the indigenous Guarani people that inhabit the region. And it was on June 16th, while taking a break from his job, that Lydia Mendez's husband caught something chilling on camera.
This thing? Oh. Yeah. Maybe
At first, he
maybe a hobo, maybe a druggie.
seems to capture what looks like a dog or a cat in the distance.
No,
It's
a
when he
person.
zooms in that he slowly realizes that whatever this thing is, it seems to be standing on its own two legs and scratching its back just like a human being would. Now completely creeped out, he posts a video to the internet and it amasses millions of views and thousands of comments. And while some believe that this is a spider monkey, others state that this is possibly a pombero, a mythical creature from Guarani folklore, often described as a small and hairy being that roams the forest of northern Argentina. Now, because the video is too short, it's very hard to affirm that this is indeed a pombero, but there are more videos of this supposed creature, and looking at some of them, it actually looks as if this could be the real deal.
Okay. This right here, this? Yeah. Looks like that kid called it out, right?
But I want to know your thoughts. Do you think that this could possibly be a gnome, a duende, or a pombero, or is it something else entirely?
It can be a junkie, yeah. Oh crap. Oh, that's Harambe?
In 2001, Heidi Hollis was studying the topic of shadow people, and after extensive research came to the conclusion that these entities were dark, shadowy figures that often appeared during episodes of sleep paralysis, leading scientists to speculate that shadow people are just a projection of our mind when we are waking up and our brain is still in the state of REM atonia. Now, even though to scientists and researchers, shadow people are just a projection of our mind, to some cultures,
Have you guys ever had like a sleep paralysis? I've had it once, that was like years and years ago, I remember that. But I never had like any, like, thankfully, I've never seen like anything bad or any entity. It was just like a weird feeling. It's like, I want to wake up, I'm awake. I can't move, I want to move, but you just can't move your body, right? So it's like your mind is asleep, but you're awake. I guess that's how it is, right?
they're believed to be entities that can sometimes come in contact with the human world. And I guess that this is the case with Manny, a Native American living in an indigenous reservation in the US. On February 2023, Manny was spending some family time with his niece and daughter when all of a sudden his niece starts acting strange. And this is what happened. Check this out.
It's something though, like it's crazy because like, I'm just babysitting my niece and nephew. My nephew's right here. Then it's her, and then she keeps pointing at something. What is that?
So something fell there. She grabbed it.
And then she grabbed this lantern right here.
What the hell?
For some mysterious reason, his niece kept consistently pointing towards a hallway. Manny gets up and starts recording a video, and this is when an object falls from the balcony by itself. Now, pretty sure that they're not all alone and that his niece is not just seeing things, he starts talking to whatever entity is in his home. And this is what happens.
You gotta get out of here, man. You gotta leave, man. Honestly. You're not welcomed here. Leave. Whoever you are, leave. You're scaring my niece. Look, she keeps pointing at you. Get the f out of here, man.
I wouldn't recommend, I guess, using an F word though, but after all, I'm not an expert, but I think, like, you gotta be not like this crazy using the F words here. You're not welcome here. I guess you can politely be like, leave, no disrespect, I guess. I'm just making things up right now, but but I can tell you this, you don't want to say the F words like that, because it can take an offense.
This door is wide open over here, man. Or just, I don't know. She's like looking over there, like there's someone over there. She's freaking me out. Look.
I wonder when she grows up, is she gonna have like the memories of this thing or not? Because generally speaking, you don't know what's going on when you're like a year old, 2 years old, 3 years old. I got zero memories of that. But unless something very tragic happens, unless you have a very traumatic experience or something very tragic, if something sticks out, you're probably gonna remember that, right? But still, like, it looks like that she's like a year, 2 years old, maybe 3 years old, something like that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
she's pointing, see? There's someone over there. I'm freaking out. Who are you pointing at? Who is he?
Something is in his house.
How can you keep pointing? Where's he at? Is he over there?
That's not good!
Who is he? My niece keeps pointing at someone right here in this little hallway. I'm not really sure who it is, but yeah, she's like pointing upwards. They must be tall or something.
2 rounds fired, 2 rounds fired.
Look, she's pointing again, look.
Did you see that?
I did not.
Well, you probably didn't, and neither did Manny. It was after uploading this video to TikTok that many of his subscribers noticed what appears to be a shadow figure crossing the hallway very quickly.
Damn.
If we brighten up and zoom in on the video a couple of times, we can clearly see what looks like a short humanoid figure crossing the hallway very rapidly, and I guess that this is what his niece was pointing at.
Maybe.
Whatever this thing is, it could be a shadow person or some sort of malevolent ghost. But when it comes to paranormal activity and shadow people, it doesn't stop there.
Oh, it
On
never
May
stops
30th,
there.
Dante Sonier went to pick up his kid at school, and all of a sudden he notices something strange about a bus that was on the parking lot, and this is what he captures on camera.
You about to go walk up to this bus?
And they did stop. The shadows did stop, right? Like, I saw like 2 shadows just giving each other a high five, right? That is insane. But you got this, I guess, normal shadow.
At first looks like several students walking inside the bus can be seen in the video. However, if we take a closer look, it looks as if the bus is empty. And just to make sure that he's not seeing things, Dante Sonier walks out of the car and towards the bus to double check that there's no one there.
And it was at this moment he knew. He effed up.
An empty bus. An empty bus.
As Dante...
Can it be a shadow from the other side? Like, for example, like, follow my mouse, right? Something happening on this side, right? Like, on the other side, like, somewhere on the completely opposite side, and you're seeing the shadow of that? Could be that, right? Like...
He approaches the bus, he confirms. The bus is empty. There's no one there. So what the heck is going on here? While some internet users believe that this is just a reflection of cars passing on the highway,
yeah,
and it could be, others think that this is the real deal.
Look at that. Look at you're playing.
No, like, see, like, yeah, it felt like that they gave each other a high five or something happened.
What's really strange is that if we zoom in slow-mo on the video, it becomes very clear that these are not shadows of cars on the highway. It looks as if shadows of kids walking inside the bus.
Yeah, especially this one, right? Like, it felt like a hand just held on to grab the seat in the bus.
Isn't it? But it gets even creepier in this next video posted by Nicolas Lautaro in Argentina. It was late at night when Nicholas had stopped at a traffic light. He looks to his left and notices something odd in one of the houses nearby. Trying to understand what was going on, he gets his camera and begins recording a very strange phenomena. Check this out.
Yo. And it's gonna keep coming and going, right? Yeah.
At first, we can see what appears to be a person walking back and forth inside one of the rooms. Nothing strange about that, right?
Then speeds up.
But as time goes by, this person appears to walk faster and faster until a certain moment that it becomes so fast that we start questioning ourselves if this is indeed a person or something else entirely, such as a ghost.
Oh, what? Whoa! One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Needless to say, the video
7.
quickly went viral, and while some internet users believe that this is just a person rolling around with skates, others think that this is possibly a ghost.
2 people skating around in the house. Who does that? Like, I've never heard that.
Bruh.
Yeah, right? Like, what an explanation. What an explanation. I gotta clap it up. I gotta clap. What if it's that? You never know, right? But still, crazy explanation. True, it passes very quickly from one side to the other. It's strange that the shadow is not seen in the curtain. It would be a ghost.
Ghost, and this is mostly because no shadows are being cast on the curtains, and whatever this thing is, it's going too fast to be a regular human being.
Yeah,
but I could be wrong. I want to know your thoughts. What do you think is real?
Guys, this is part 1. We had a ton of UFO video clips in this one. Indeed, a UFO crash video that I showed you right in the beginning of this video. We have that too. Click on this video on the screen. Check that out. If you've already seen it, then check out the video on the left.